So, Senator Orette, you actually articulated three things at the beginning, which is part of the Nigeria's problem. One was the executive arrogance, legislation incompetence, and the people's apathy, which are three distinct problems. But he added the fourth one that I thought was the key, which is the issue of corruption. And you've spent some time actually dealing with it. Before I add another one to it, those are three enormous problems that I would really encourage you to champion for us Nigerians. If those three things are actually dealt with, I think we will be dreaming of going back home, which I believe is one of the legacy I heard from you tonight that you will want to achieve, so that Nigeria will dream once again to go back home. I would like to go back to Isoko. Yeah, I'm beginning to see this as another Mandela in the making. Yeah. Another Dr. King in the making. Again, Dr. King, today we can be in this neighborhood because of what he did 50 years or more ago, right? He was a very good pastor. He could have run a mega church like the one we have in Houston or in Dallas, and be wealthy. But he didn't do that. He left.
My name is Ansa Hogan. I have a pharmacy background, and it's a pleasure for me to be here this evening. I've not met Dr. Orette before, but I'm happy to be here. And my question is to you. I know change in Nigeria is very inevitable, and that when people come from overseas to go to Nigeria to try to make a change, there has always been enormous hindrances. Now my question to you is, as a medical professional, I wasn't here when you started, and I don't know if you have touched this area. As a medical professional, what are your visions and missions in healthcare in Nigeria, which is very, very important?
Thank you for the question. Thank you for your encouragement. I'm gladdened. I consider everybody here as part of my family. The most painful thing about Nigeria is the deterioration of everything. Everything is deteriorated. So, as a doctor, I can speak expansively on healthcare in Nigeria ad nauseum. But I will only summarize it that Nigeria does not have a healthcare system. I've been thinking of the healthcare situation in Nigeria a long time. We don't have a healthcare system. Basically, we don't have nothing, okay? I have been a victim of the bad healthcare system. I've lost a lot of relatives. I know some of you too, from unavoidable deaths, because we don't have a system at all. The thing is that when it used to happen to people who were not part of the system, it didn't sound any alarm. Now, they fly in planes, the plane crashes, and they use another plane to rush them overseas. Then, by the time they arrive there, they are gone. But don't you think the sensible thing was for you to have a well-equipped emergency room somewhere nearby? Taking Nigerian healthcare system in isolation will not do the subject a justice. Because you have to, I used to talk about a road that was not built. This is the way it goes. I was appointed a minister. I did not build the road because the road did not cross my village. In the piece I wrote here, that Nigerians go to India for healthcare. You know, I've been to India. I used to be part of that culture. You know, so I wrote there. I said Nigerians going to India for healthcare, just like somebody going to Ajigule for sightseeing. You know, that's what I wrote. It is very painful when I say it. Everybody knows Idiabon here.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how he died? Nobody knows how he died?
I forgot.
Okay, he died of brief illness. Okay. Alright, let me tell you how he died. Idiabon went to a house party just like this, and he ate, then he developed food poisoning. So he was vomiting all night. Then in the morning, nobody, you know, his doctor, then his wife said, okay, this thing now you'll be vomiting, let's take you to the hospital. He was taken to the hospital. The doctors, they just took him to the operating theater. Oh, you get belly pain? Oh, okay. They just rushed him there. They didn't bother to correct his electrolytes. He died on the table. Should he have been operated upon?
No.
So